getting your hair cut, I'll go to the dressmaker supply store and the cleaners. Then, when you're finished, you can go to the hardware store for me and get me a sponge mop. Then, if we time it right, we can end up at the exact same second at the drugstore for an ice cream cone, okay? Come on. Not too short, Mr. Boyle.
Mom, they should have had you running things over in Korea. War wouldn't lasted more than a day.
Oh, see you in a little while. Okay, let's see.
Are you the driver of the car?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Danny, I didn't even see her. She just stepped off the curb.
What's your name, son?
Huh? All right, let me see your driver's license. Stash, Stanley Milnick. I didn't even see her. She just stepped off the curb.
Who told me that, son?
Can't you get her in one of those stores or something?
I'm afraid not, son.
Could you at least get her off the street?
It's better if we don't move her till the doctor comes. He won't be long now.
Now, is this your father the car's registered to?
That's my stepfather. But look, I didn't even have a chance to step on the brake. She just walked in front of me.
All right. We'll talk about that some more later.
I can't even see. I know who she is.
Not now, I'm sorry. Give me your identification. I'll go call her husband.
No, you can't. My father's dead. Get Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
My brother. Please get him.
Do you know where he is?
No.
I know where he was heading. You can try Kelso's.
Leo.
Hello. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Danny.
They won't let me see her.
Oh, Jack,
Danny's so
I'm glad I got hold of you.
Oh, Dr. Dreyer, this is Anita Cramer.
How do you do?
How was she?
Danny, I'd like to speak to your brother alone for a minute. Maybe you and Anita could get down to the cafeteria and he'll meet you there.
Jeff?
I know. Listen, if there's anything you have to say to us, you can say right now.
Your mother has some severe head injuries.
Well, is she going to be all right?
We're not entirely sure yet.
Well, can we see her?
I'd really rather you didn't. She wouldn't know you were there anyhow. I think the very best thing you can do right now is go home. We'll phone you if there's any change.
I couldn't Stash. Look where he was going.
What? Who did you say?
Stash. Didn't you know?
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna get some milk.
I just can't believe it. Stash.
Jeff?
I knew she had a lot of shopping to do this afternoon. I offered to drive her downtown, maybe if I had. I'm sorry, what?
Do you smell something burning?
Turn the oven on.
I don't want her to die. I don't want her to die.
Boy, what a mess. Gotta put the hose on it before I could get it out.
I'm okay now. I think I'll go to bed.
driving Anita home later, so if the doctor should call.
I don't know where you'll be. Night, Anita.
Good night, Danny.
Jeff.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm worried about Danny. What he'd do and where he'd go.
Don't you have any relatives?
Oh, there was a cousin of Dad's in New Jersey, but he died a couple years ago. I don't suppose they'd let me be his guardian, would they?
No, I guess not.
I don't think he could take living in a foster home or something.
Jeff, why are we talking this way? Your mom's not gonna die.
No. You're right. She just can't. I think I'll stop by the hospital on my way home, though.
Well, don't bother taking me to the door. Call me if there's any news, okay?
Sure. You know, Stash was just about my best friend.
It was an accident, Jeff.
Sale.
They're nice.
Terrific.
Hi, Stash.
Hey, how you feeling? Hi, good to see you.
Hey, who's gonna give me the history homework, huh?
Oh, me.
Take mine, because mine's really complete. Here it is.
Hey, I was only kidding.
No, you gotta take it. Here, go on.
I mean, you wouldn't want to fall behind in your schoolwork.
Look, this is everything that you'll need for today. Go ahead. You can copy it in first period and give it back to me in math class, okay?
Well,
They charged me with negligent driving. They called up my old man and told him to pick me and his car up. I was supposed to show up next Tuesday in circuit court. Hey, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Hi, Jeff.
How you feeling?
Jeff? Hey, how's your mother?
Afraid there hasn't been much change.
do you have any idea when she might be conscious?
I wish I had something more positive to tell you.
Could I see her? Just for a minute?
I guess you had to.
The way she was just lying there, not moving, there ought to be flowers in her room.
We can bring some tomorrow.
You know, when I was little and I used to wake up in the middle of the night, scared, and she...
Oh, Jeff, she's gonna be all right. Jeff?
Danny was right. Stash should have watched where he was going. He really should have.
Jeff?
Come on, let's go.
You save money at...
Okay, Mrs. Cheney. That'd be just great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Mom's about the same.
You were at the hospital?
For a few minutes.
I think I want to stay there and...
No, Danny.
Well, I want to be there when she wakes up.
Well, so do I, but the doctor doesn't know when that's going to happen.
Well, couldn't we at least...
Danny, the doctor doesn't want us to be there all the time. He'll call us the minute anything happens. Okay?
Okay.
And when do you want to eat?
I don't care, whenever you do.
Well, I'll make the sandwiches now, then. What do you want, tuna or sardine?
Sardine, I guess. At least we won't have to eat out of a can tomorrow night.
How'd you know about that?
About what?
That Anita wants us to come over to her house for dinner until Mom gets out of the hospital. Huh?
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Mrs. Cheney. She said she was going to bring over a casserole for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When?
In about 10 minutes, I guess.
10 minutes?
Something wrong?
Mrs. Cheney is about the fussiest person Mom knows. She spends 3 hours vacuuming the rugs every time she thinks Mrs. Cheney's on the same street. Look at this place.
I guess it does look like it could use a little cleaning up.
Cleaning? Man, we gotta blitz it.
Do you know which room Mrs. Reed is in?
217. She can't have visitors.
Mrs. Reed? Mrs. Reed? I'm sorry. Sorry, but I didn't see you. I don't know what to say to you. But I didn't see you.
Not right now, Danny, okay? Danny.
What about Stash?
What about him?
What's gonna happen?
There'll be a hearing.
When?
When Mom wakes up.
I saw the girl.
What girl?
The girl in his car. She's really pretty. I think Stash was necking or something and not paying attention. I just don't think he should be allowed to get away with it.
Way I see it, there's maybe 500 kids up at that school just waiting for you to sell them some cards. Way I see it, you can pick up a bundle every week.
How big's a bundle?
Depends on how ambitious you are. Depends on it. Yeah?
Stash, can I talk to you?
You know this?
Yeah.
See you later. Think about the cards, will you?
Charlie said I might be able to find you here.
Yeah, Charlie's a big mouth.
Cards, do you mean, huh?
What kind you think? Football parlay cards.
That's what he wants you to sell at school? You could get arrested. I mean, everybody in town knows about that guy and all the rackets he's mixed up in. What do you want to hang around with him for?
I got a big choice these days?
Yeah, you have. But where'd you get that crazy idea that nobody wants to see you? Look, I thought, we could go out tonight.
Where?
I don't know, out.
Moose, I don't feel like it.
But you can't hide forever.
Why not?
Statue was an accident. Could have happened to anybody.
It didn't happen to anybody, Moose. It happened to me. My car hit Mrs. Reed. Don't you understand? That's Jeff's mother I ran down.
If you and Jeff could just
talk. Never mind about me and Jeff.
Look, I know you look.
I just want to be left alone. Hey, Moose. Want to shoot a little pool?
Yeah.
Soon?
Well, the doctor thinks so.
Well, Jeff, that's wonderful. Why didn't you tell me before?
Because Dr. Dreyer didn't want to tell me. But I made him. She could have brain damage. She could wake up and not have any idea who or what she... She could end up being a vegetable.
Terrific evening. I mean, isn't this just terrific? I'm starving. Are you hungry? Sure you are, you must be. You know, I know exactly what I want to order. I want a great big hamburger, and then I think I'm going to get a Coke. You know, I think I just changed my mind. I'm not really so hungry after all. Are you, Evie?
I couldn't even look at food.
I'm hungry. You, Stash? You hungry?
Yeah, I could eat some.
as hungry as I thought. Maybe we ought to leave.
Hey, listen,
Yeah?
I want to thank you for taking me along tonight.
Oh, look, we really wanted you to come. Oh, sure.
No, I mean it. Listen, why don't I just go get the hamburger and then we can leave?
Yeah, I'll come along.
No, it's okay. I can go by myself.
I guess I'm not the greatest company in the world tonight, huh?
Nobody's asking you to rescind Caesar. You want to leave?
You're not going to get away with it. Come on! Come on! Get up! Wait a minute! Get up!
Shampooing.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
We're cooking dinner tonight.
Yeah, we knew you weren't going to Anita's tonight, and we couldn't let you starve.
I think I'm gonna go upstairs and wait till dinner's ready.
How is it?
Needs a little salt.
Oh, here.
When are we gonna call Jeff in here?
Well, we don't have to now. Danny just went upstairs.
What's Jeff doing?
Sitting in a chair reading.
Is he quiet?
Of course he's quiet. Do you expect him to be beating up someone every minute of the day?
Well, maybe he doesn't need talking to.
After what we saw last night.
He needs talking to.
And it's not just for Stash. I mean, it's Jeff who's got to be helped.
You're right. Go out and tell him.
Evie, would you?
Jeff?
Did you tell him?
I tried. I just couldn't.
Well, you said something. I heard you.
I asked him what he was reading.
Okay. Okay, I can see that I have to do it. And it's got to be done. I mean, those two were really good friends, and we've got to get them back together again. Jeff, I know what a terrible thing this has been for you and Danny, and I just want you to know that I know.
Well, thank you, Marianne.
Your mother is one of the most wonderful people I've ever met. And I understand what you must be feeling. I really do. But Jeff...
Uh-huh.
You see, Jeff...
Marianne, what are you trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you. Dinner's ready. How is it?
Wow. Jeff?
It's terrific.
You mean it?
I really mean that.
Well, eat up. There's plenty more in the kitchen.
I'll get it.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I got it. Hello. Uh-huh. Yes, all right. Okay, we'll be right over then. Thank you. They want us at the hospital.
She regained consciousness early this afternoon, but I thought we'd better give her a little time to get oriented before I called you.
Did you run those tests you told me about?
She checked out just fine, Jeff.
Hey, and then she's gonna be all right?
Sure she is. I have to explain something, though. Her leg got pretty badly twisted in the accident. Now, it's going to be perfectly all right. I can promise you that. But she's going to be in some pain for a while, but we'll do our best to control it and see she has as little as possible. You can go in and see her now.
Mom. Hi.
Hi, Mom.
I guess I did tell Mr. Boyle not to cut it too short.
But I didn't.
Oh. The doctor told me how it happened. I remember I was in an awful hurry. I must have stepped off the sidewalk without looking.
Huh?
Do you want me to get the doctor?
No. He's going away.
That's Dash. That's Dash.
Jeff, it wasn't his fault.
Yes, it was his fault. He was driving the car. If he'd been paying attention, this wouldn't have happened.
Jeff, you can't... Maybe I had better get the...
Doctor? Please come, please.
Gonna be hurting her so bad.
I don't know.
What were you thinking about?
When?
In the elevator.
Just figuring things out, I guess.
You know what I think? You ought to go up and go to bed.
Yes, sir.
No, I mean it. You look pretty bush. You ought to get some sleep.
Yes, sir. Do you mind if I call Anita first to tell her about Mom?
No, just as long as you don't stay on the phone all night.
Would you mind if I used the phone upstairs?
No, sir.
Ah.
I can understand how he feels. His mother's in the hospital, and I drove the car that hit her. But it was an accident. You're going to tell me that excuses him for what he's been pulling on me?
The nurse is giving Mom a shot.
Danny.
What?
Did you throw a rock through a window at Stash's house last night?
Why would I do a thing like that?
That's not what I asked you, Danny.
We can go in now.
Inspiration Point.
Yeah, it's no 5th and Main either.
Yeah, well, when was the last time you did any necking at 5th and Main, huh, Charlie?
You go take a look at it, and then you'll change your mind. It's closer than Inspiration Point. There's no crowds. It's terrific. If I was you, I'd be up there tomorrow night.
Shame on you, Charlie.
Did I break something to law?
Grammar, Charlie. Subjunctive condition contrary to fact.
Yeah, just give me the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Anita and I are going to the basketball game later tonight. Why don't we all go together?
I have to study tonight. Come to think of it, I have to start right now.
Yeah, Moose, we should really be going, too.
Just come on.
Oh, Moose, can you give me a lift?
Sure, come on.
Okay, what have I done to them?
It's about Stash.
What about Stash?
The way you feel about him.
Well, hey, I don't hassle anybody about that.
You don't have to. It shows on your face. When other people are around, it just gets to them.
Well, Anita. Hey, Anita. You ought to know why I feel the way I do about him.
No, I don't like it. I think it's wrong, but I understand.
Well, if you think it's wrong, then you don't. Because until something like this happens to you, you haven't any idea how I feel about him.
What's on television?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you look?
Milton Berle's on at 8.
Well, why did you say you didn't know? Turn it on. I'll be in as soon as I get a beer.
Hey, who's out here?
Hey, Stash, what are you doing out here? What's going on? What? Hey! Hey, come back here! Wasn't that the Reed kid?
I don't know.
Thanks, but you've no idea what it's like just to be able to go to the cafeteria.
Dr. Beam. Dr. Beam, report to operating room 3.
Where's Danny? Wasn't he going to meet you here?
Well, I told the nurse where we'd be. Maybe he phoned. Want me to go check?
Yeah.
Okay.
When do you think you'll be going home, Mrs. Reed?
Well, as soon as the doctors feel this stupid leg is well enough. What's troubling you?
Oh, nothing.
It's Jeff, isn't it?
Nurse Atkins, report to emergency.
I know, I'm worried, too. That awful resentment he's built up against Stash. I've tried to talk to him, but it doesn't seem to take any effect.
Isn't there anything that we can do?
It'll pass in time.
You really think so?
I hope so. Well, that's enough sitting up for one day.
Can I help you?
No, strict orders. I have to do as much as I can on my own.
Mrs. Reed, you shouldn't be doing this alone.
The more I exercise the muscles, the quicker the leg will heal. No, Anita, please.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Maybe I should go get the nurse for some painkillers.
I've taken as much as I'm allowed. I'm getting better all the time, really.
Aha. I catch you lying in bed again.
Shameful, isn't it?
Well, wait till we get you back on the pie and cake assembly line.
It can't happen soon enough for me.
Danny sends his love, and he's sorry he can't come tonight, but he'll be over tomorrow. He has to study for a test tonight, and I'll be over right after school. Is there anything I can bring you?
No. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, dear. Oh, thanks for coming by, dear.
Good night, Mrs. Reed.
Do you mind if I stop by my house first?
Why? Is something wrong?
Well, I don't know. I didn't want to worry my mom, but Danny didn't leave any message with the nurse. And I phoned home and there's no answer. It's not like him. Hello, Mrs. Oslo. This is Jeff Reed. Oh, she's doing much better, thank you. Listen, I'm trying to find my brother, Danny. And I know sometimes he plays with Jim, and I thought possibly he was over there. No, that's all right. He just walked in. I'm sorry to have bothered you. Thank you very much.
Sorry. I was playing with the kids and I wasn't watching the time.
How'd you tear your pants?
I fell.
And you cut your knee?
It's just a scratch.
Well, you better go upstairs and put something on it so it doesn't get infected.
Evening. I'm looking for Danny Reed.
Why?
Is he here?
Well, yes, he is, but I don't understand why you're...
May I come in?
Sure.
Hello, Danny.
Hello.
I was there when your mother got hurt. How is she?
Well, she's much better, thank you. Why do you want to see my brother?
Well, I'm sorry to bother you. I know what you've been through, but... Well, Stanley Melnick, the boy who was involved.
I know him.
Well, it seems that somebody slashed the tires on his father's car. And somebody at the scene thinks they saw your brother.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, about 45 minutes ago.
Well, then it couldn't have been my brother because he's been with me for the past hour.
Oh, I see. Would you be willing to sign a statement to that effect?
Sure.
We might be calling you then. Good night.
How could you do that?
What, do you think I want him to get arrested?
He slashed those tires. He had to be the one. He probably threw the rock, too.
Okay, I'm not saying it's anything to be proud of, but
Proud of? Oh, Jeff.
Look, what Danny did...
What Danny did was terrible. And if you let him think he was right, Jeff, he's just gonna keep on doing it all the time.
The only thing that I know is that Stash Melnick should not be allowed to forget what he did to my mother.
Jeff, don't you see what's happening to you?
You were in that hospital room with me tonight. Don't you can look at that kind of pain and not understand.
I do understand. That's what scares me, for both of you.
For both of us?
Oh, you know how Danny looks up to you.
Oh.
He hangs on every word you say. He imitates everything you do.
Anita, look.
Oh, Jeff, you're just gonna go on and on till it's the only thing you can think about anymore. And Danny, you're gonna make Danny the same way. Jeff, I love you.
Okay. 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 There's something I have to do. I'll be right back. All right? Danny!
Jeff.
Come on. Come on. What were you figuring on doing?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, forget it, because we're going home. I want to talk to you, and we can't do it here.
Are you chickening out?
Just come on home, and we'll talk it over.
You are chickening out. And you go home if you want. I'm staying.
all right. Hey, all right. I have to say it here, I will. I was wrong about Stash, Danny.
What do you mean wrong? You hate him for what he did. I heard what you said in Mom's hospital run. You hate him just as much as I do.
Maybe I did, but I didn't understand something that was going on in my head. And because I didn't, I gave you the idea, Danny, that I...
You just turned chicken. You just don't want to get in trouble. I don't care if I do. Stash hurt Mom, and if you don't want to make him pay for it, don't try stopping me.
All right, Danny, how are you going to make him pay?
I haven't decided yet.
You want to burn his house down? Want to blow it up? Want to kill him?
Come on, Jeff.
No. You want to pay him back. You want to do it right.
Kill him?
I thought about it. I stood in front of a gun store, and I thought about it good.
Jeff.
Suppose I'd skip throwing rocks and slashing tires. I said none of that's going to do it. The only way to get back at Stash is with the real McCoy.
But throwing rocks, slashing tires, it's...
Useless and senseless. Danny, I'm not preaching to you. I'm talking to you and me. Because up until a little while ago, I was just as mad as you are now. Even more so. But I understand something now, and I want you to understand. What if Mom had died?
Jeff, don't.
If she had, and we tried to get back at Ash, there's absolutely nothing we could do to make him suffer any more than he has already. Danny?
Let's go home.
Come on, Danny.
Sorry, Stash.
I saw your car out front.
You heard?
Most of it, I guess.
What can I say then?
I got something to say. I don't want to say it, but
Stash.
there was this girl in the car with me. And just before the accident, I was talking to her. And I had control of the car, and I was watching the road. But I keep thinking, and I can't think anything else, that maybe if I wasn't talking to her,
It was an accident, Stash.
Come in.
this is Rita.
Join CKVR tonight at 11:50 for the movie presentation That Cold Day in the Park, starring Sandy Dennis and Michael Burns.